for a minute that you're in a foreign country. You can't understand the people around you, read any of the signs. You have little money, few possessions, and minimal contact with loved ones back home. This is the experience of a refugee upon arriving to the United States. I felt that this was just an important topic to cover regarding all of the recent news coverage on it. And I've also personally witnessed this experience through volunteering at the Fargo Adult Learning Center. They have a refugee English learners program, and it's been a very eye-opening experience for me. So the refugee settlement process is selective, long, and requires intense background checks and vetting. Its goal is to protect citizens of foreign nations while encouraging them to contribute to American society while they're here. So I'll be discussing the experience of a refugee in the U.S. I'll do so by discussing why refugees come to the U.S. in the first place and what they have to do before and after arriving here. First, I'll talk about why a person seeks refuge from their home country. Refugees are often escaping war, violence, and persecution. They are technically defined as a person who must flee a country due to race, religion, social group, or political opinion, and this comes from the U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants in 2016. Last year alone, the U.S. accepted 85,000 refugees from countries like Syria, Iraq, Jamaica, and the Congo, among others, and this is from the Pew Research Center website from 2016. And while they are safer in the U.S., leaving their home can be incredibly distressing. And I've learned through my volunteer experience that refugees often experience symptoms of PTSD upon arrival, and this is caused by just worry for loved ones back home because often their loved ones can't come with them, poor adjustments settling in, and of course just the traumatic memories from their home country. But before they even arrive, there is a long vetting process to be had, so I'll be talking about that process. According to the U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants in 2016, this process can take anywhere from 2 months to 2 years, and that's quite a long time considering they're still experiencing all these things in their home country while they're being admitted. And all of the checks and background checks are performed by U.S. government employees. And the first step to this is medical clearance. So essentially, a health professional just makes sure that they're not bringing in any pathogenic diseases. The second step is security clearance. So their names are checked against those in FBI databases to ensure that they won't commit any crimes in this country. And the final step is a cultural orientation class. So they're basically taught what to expect from American society and social interactions while they're here. And I'll next be discussing the requirements of refugees upon their arrival to the U.S. So once they're here, refugees are basically expected to contribute to society the same way that citizens are. In the first 30 days, they must apply for Social Security, children must be enrolled in schools, there's further medical examinations to be performed, and they must be placed in English classes. Refugees are also expected to find work within the first 6 months of arriving, and this is done with the help of employment specialists, so they're not doing it all on their own. So as you can see, refugees must encounter a whole new world and way of life. The refugee experience is long, difficult, and requires a great amount of adaptation and background checks. Its goal is to protect citizens of foreign countries while helping them to adjust and contribute to American society. Refugees must flee oppression from their home country, pass multiple background checks in a vetting process, and meet citizen requirements upon arrival. And while the presence of refugees in the U.S. may be pretty controversial, understanding and sympathizing with their experience gives a person a whole new outlook on them, politics aside. Thank you.